everybody, it's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the anomaly, Dwayne O'Neal Robinson, back at it again with another YouTube video. Listen, if this is your first time clicking onto my channel or onto one of my videos, I just want to welcome you to D-Space. This is a space and a place for you to gain positivity, motivation, and inspiration all through the means of laughter. And I strongly encourage you to click on that subscribe button and on that bell. Therefore, every time I upload amazing content, you will be notified. And to my original subscribers, thank you so much for your love and support. Where would I be without you? This topic that I will be discussing is entitled Manage Your Time. Yes, manage your time. Time is money and money is time. Time is something that you can't get back when it is gone, okay? Time is so important in life. And sometimes we get boggled down with the hustle and bustle with life. We got people and things and responsibilities pulling us in every which direction to and fro. We got to deal with our spouse. We have to juggle our parents, our kids, our job, our home life, our social circles, our friends, our pets, our yards, our hobbies, our households. It's so much that's going on, and so many people feel as if I do not have enough time in one day to do everything that I am responsible for. But have no fear, your boy Dwayne is here, okay? I'm going to discuss some tips and tricks in order to help you to maximize on your time. Therefore, you could be as proficient and consistent as possible. You have an itinerary, you have a schedule. Write it down. It is scientifically proven the more you write things down, the more it sticks to your brain, the more you will remember, okay? If you don't feel like writing it down, open your phone, your tablet, your computer, and type up a schedule. Like I said, a to-do list, an agenda, itinerary, your daily tasks that you have to get done, to conceptualize, compartmentalize, and have it down. Therefore, you are able to see it. And it's so gratifying when you're able to check it off, cross it off, erase it, keep it moving, okay? Until you have that schedule engraved in the frontal lobe of your mind and you're able to know it in and out and you're able to stick with it, you'll be good, all right? Add times, add dates, add deadlines. And granted, there's going to be some things that come up that is going to make some little shifts, but make sure when you are making your schedule or the things that you need to accomplish or get done, give yourself some wiggle room, give yourself some space, okay? I like to say a 2 to 5 minute interval, because on paper it would make sense for you to get things done, you know, that you're getting it done at 10 o'clock and then at 10:05 you're moving to the same thing. But where are you eating during these times? Are you setting a time for working out, for relaxing, for napping, for family? You know, you don't want to be as robotic, but it's good to just have some type of structure put in place as a schedule or an itinerary from your day-to-day life, okay? So that's the first thing I will tell you to do. Get yourself organized after you have taken your break, okay? Get yourself organized, write it out, review it, test it out, you have to do these things through trial and error. What I suggest is know your deadlines, whether if deadlines for projects, due dates for your bills, things that you have to get done for work, things that you have to get done for your business. Just make sure you adhere to your deadlines. Now, let me give you an example. Let's just say that you have a paper due, right? You're in school, you have a paper due for one of your classes on January 15th, okay? I will tell you to write that down. January 15th is your due date, okay? But then trick yourself and say, no, I have to get this paper done by January 10th. That is the due date for this paper, okay? Make sure you get it done by January the 10th. Therefore, that gives you 5 days, 4 to 5 days to review it, to know that it's done, it's off to the side, you have it printed out, you could already have it saved in an email, ready and set to go, boom. Having deadlines, trick yourself, okay? Push the deadline up, make it earlier than the actual deadline date, okay? Therefore, it will give you some time to prioritize and alleviate that stress. I know I'm that type of person that when I have multiple different things going on, I know how to multitask very well. If you are not one of those individuals that can't multitask very well, that's okay. Don't feel bad, okay? If you have to work on one project at a time, piece by piece, and break it down, you do that, because that is how you work the best way possible, and you're able to get a pristine product done. By all means, go ahead and do what works for you. But for me, I do well working on various different things throughout the day, right? Various different projects throughout the day, and I make one step at a time. I'm building upon it. So instead of working on just one project, I have mastered, and it takes years to practice this, I have mastered to work on 2-3 projects at a time, and therefore I'm like, okay, for the first half of the day, I'm working on this in the morning, in the afternoon, I'm working on this project, and in the evening, closing out my day, I'm going to be working on my third and final project. And then by everything is said and done, by the end of the week or by the end of the month, whenever the time span is, now I've completed 3 projects instead of 1. But you have to master how to juggle 1 first before you get to 3 or more. You have to learn how to master the first project, the first task at hand first, before you're able to move on to multiple other ones. Next, do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. You need to be able to execute as proficiently and quickly as possible. The more you procrastinate, the less time you have. Therefore, that is building more stress and anxiety for you. Set reminders. Reminders are very important. People are so tech savvy now. You could set reminders on your phone. You could set reminders within your car. You could set reminders with your fridge. If it's Bluetooth compatible, you could set reminders on your laptop and any electronic device. You could put a sticky note up in a very frequent area that you're always looking. Example, in your bathroom mirror, and you're able to peel it off once you be like, okay, boom. Set alarms. Give yourself an allotted time to do a certain task, whether if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. To exercise, I use that as an example. Some people are like, oh, I don't have time to exercise. The reason why they say they don't have time to exercise because they're like, oh, well, I don't have a whole hour to sit down and do it. Build up to that hour. How about you make 15 minutes, you're going to do some cardio. 15 minutes, you're going to end up doing, a little power lift. That's 30 minutes right there, which is half of an hour. So if you do 4 15-minute intervals throughout your day of exercising, then you've already made up for your whole hour. You see what I'm saying? So it just works. Divide your time efficiently. That's what I'm saying. Divide your time efficiently and commit to it and be disciplined to it. We do not have time to waste. Because time is precious. Once you lose it, like I stated, you can't get it back. Next thing I like to do, for me personally, I like to collaborate with other people. So, at times, you can't do everything by yourself. You need other people to help. I'm not saying to push off your workload onto someone else, but be like, look, if you could just give me 10 minutes, or if you could just help me do this task, okay? For instance, in a household, you and your spouse live together, All right, you guys are doing your thing. You may or may not have kids in the picture. Work with your spouse and be like, hey, I really need an hour just to solidify some things. So is it okay if you could cook dinner tonight and I promise I'll make it up to you for the rest of the week? Or could we come up with a schedule, but regardless of the fact, I just need this hour. If you just give me this hour and plan for it, we'll be good. Make sure that you are planning and prioritizing. That's another thing. You may have, everything may be important that you're looking at. You might say, D, my plate is full, literally, metaphorically. I got everything on my plate and I gotta eat it all. And I'm already full to my max. If I eat any more, I'm gonna throw up. Okay, look, check it. This is what you have to do. You gotta break it down. Which one is important? Which one do I have to deal with right now in the moment? Take it from there. Break it down. Dissect it. Once you're able to prioritize and you say, look, they're all important, I'm telling you, one way or another, one is a little bit more pertinent. One has a little bit more weight than the other. Remember, people make time for what they want to make time for. Show me where your heart is, and I know where your treasure lies. So that only means that, again, what you put in is what you're going to get out. So time management is a skill that is something just like reading. The more you read, the more you develop. The more you manage your time well, okay, is the better you'll get at it. It's not something that comes up overnight. This is something that you have to practice. You have to be disciplined. You have to make sure that you plan for it and you prioritize for it. And I trust and believe me, once you're able to navigate and level everything out, that stress, that anxiety that you are feeling, and you're feeling overwhelmed and you're bombarded, when you take a moment and say, pause, let me just write all of these things that I have to do and just navigate through it in a way or break it down in such you're able to see it, then you're able to achieve it. You just have to know how to move and shake. You have to be able to be in tune to go through those gears and transition smoothly. Are you going to, sometimes stall out? Yes. Are you going to sometimes run out of time? Yes. But the more you practice it, the more you will get better at it. So those are the couple of skills, tricks, and tips that I use personally. The biggest component in all of this is that you remain disciplined. You remain disciplined, you have a balance to just be able to keep everything balanced. It's not gonna be perfect all the time. You have to practice it. And I keep on repeating myself like a broken record because I want you to get it. The more you hear it, is the more that it's going to be able to be planted within your brain, okay? But make sure you know with time, you gotta get it. Because sometimes you only have one time to get it right. And if you could just plan accordingly, because in order, how the saying go? To fail, to plan is a plan to fail, but when you have a plan set in place, it leads to success. I'm saying it all wrong, but it makes sense to me, and I hope it makes sense to you. Listen, that's what I want to share with you all today. I hope this video for time management was a little bit more transparent. It was more on a latent term based way that was more practical, because I'm all about practicality, okay? Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't move a mountain by yourself all the time. Sometimes you need some help. Ask for help. It's very important, okay? You can't do it all by yourself, but make sure that you're able to whip, switch, dip it and do it to make sure you get the job done. That's all I have to say to you guys today. I hope you all have a blessed one. Until next time, peace.